What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. All right, check this out. You guys heard of that band, Creedence Clearwater Revival? You guys know them, famous band. They once sang these lyrics. I see the bad moon arising. I see trouble on the way. And yeah, we already knew that this film had trouble, okay? We already knew that. And pretty much now Marvel is confirming it with this post you can see on the Hollywood Handle. The Marvel's social embargo lifts November 7 at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard. The review embargo lifts November 8 at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Stay tuned here for our thoughts coming up soon. Now, you guys know what day this film comes out, right? Oh, this film officially drops in theaters November the 9th. November 9 is when you can go out and watch this film on your own. And they're dropping the review embargo, or they're lifting the review embargo a day before. That's bad, okay? That's really bad. Listen, if there was ever a clear sign that a movie is going to be 100% trash, it's lifting the review embargo the day before the movie drops. That is the surest sign that this thing is going to be a ginormous flop. It's going to be trash. It's going to be garbage. And in case you don't understand, why is that? Why? What does it matter that the review embargo was only lifting a day before? Well, obviously, if you want to advertise a film, if you really believe in this film and you think this film is great, you want to get those reviews out there ASAP, as soon as possible, as early as possible. You want to put that information out there in the atmosphere. You want critics to be able to say, hey, we love this film, and they're gushing all over it. They're using the Rotten Tomato score. Rotten Tomato score is going crazy, in the 90% range or something like that. You want that information out as soon as humanly possible, because that just drums up all the advertisement that gets everybody ready, right? Well, if you're waiting until the last minute, you don't want critics saying anything about this film until the last possible second. What does that tell you? I mean, come on, what does that tell you? And just in case you were wondering, oh, well, how do they normally do this? What do they normally do over with the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Maybe you haven't paid attention. Check this out. Now, this article is on comicbook.com. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 reviews, release date, and time. And it's essentially going over when do those review embargoes, those social media embargoes lift for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. When did they lift off? So, here we go. First, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 reactions will release online after social media embargo lifts Saturday, April 22nd at 1:30 p.m., right? Specific time. Critic reviews will remain under embargo until Friday, April 28th at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 week before Volume 3 hits theaters May 5. So, we had a nice long run-up for Guardians 3. Okay, a nice long run-up. Saturday, April 22nd, you can put all of your social media reactions out. You're good to go. Then you get to Friday, April 28th at 10 a.m. That's a week before the film dropped in theaters May 5. And you can put all your critic reactions. You can talk about it. That stuff hits Rotten Tomatoes. You start seeing the tomato meter start to move around, going up, down, whatever, 90%, all that. That's what you do with a film that you have confidence in. Oh yeah, we want to get this information out there ASAP, as soon as possible, because that drums up the marketing, leading again. This was almost 2 weeks ahead of the film dropping on Saturday, April 22nd, almost a good 2 weeks before May the 5th is when they said, hey, talk about it on social media. And what are they doing with the Marvels? A social embargo lifts November 7 at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Like 2 days before. Actually, not even 2 days. Think about that. That's November 8 at midnight Eastern time. So they basically hold off until midnight Eastern so you can go ahead and tell folks what it is on social media. And then November 8 at 9 a.m. Pacific, which is noon Eastern, that's when you can start putting your reviews out. Again, less than 24 hours before people can start going out and watching this thing in theaters. That's when we're going to get full reviews. I'm sorry, man. That tells you everything you need to know right there. This is not normally the way Marvel does business. Look, let's continue. Now, see, all of that was the run-up for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. That's earlier than recent Marvel Cinematic Universe installments Thor, Love and Thunder, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, which didn't drop embargo until 3 days before those films arrived in theaters. So they got the benefit of a 3-day run-up so critics could give their opinions. You can see that stuff on social media. You can get it on Rotten Tomatoes. We can see the tomato meter moving up and down and doing all of that. That's what they did for these films. The Marvels, no chance. We're waiting until the last possible minute before we have to release this out into the world. You gotta figure, if this is how they feel about it, how are the critics gonna feel about it? If Marvel feels this way about their own film, they're gonna hold back any criticism until the last possible second, and then they let the critics have it. The critics are gonna absolutely eviscerate this thing. They already are cooking in their head, oh my God, how bad is this movie? This movie has to be utter trash. Yeah, we all expected that. Nobody expects this movie to be any good. The trailers haven't looked that good. I have been absolutely unmoved whatsoever by anything I'm watching on those trailers. It looks bad. Look, it's just all bad right now for the Marvels. All bad. Nobody's expecting anything out of this film. You know, box office tracking included, 75 to 80 million. Honestly, I think that's too high. I think this might actually be too high. I remember the original projection, what was that, in the $50 million range? 50 to 75 million? I think it's closer to that 50 than it is to the $75 million. Nobody's expecting anything out of this film, including Marvel, apparently, because now, with that review embargo, that's telling everybody everything that they need to know. And they're going to come out there on social media, oh, now that's going to give all the toxic males ammunition for their YouTube videos. You're damn right. We're going to use that. And we're going to look at this, and we're going to dissect it, and we're going to talk about it. Again, Disney, Marvel, we are the fans. The franchises don't belong to you. It belongs to the fans. We're the ones that put it on. We're the ones that are going to take it down if you don't do it right. And Marvel is starting to learn that lesson. That's why you see they're pulling the plug on that Daredevil. Hey, let's get that out of here. We are messing that up big time. Let's pull the plug on Daredevil. Let's start talking about rebooting. You know, they're talking about rebooting after Secret Wars. You know, they've already said there's going to be a complete overhaul of television. They're scrapping whatever their plans were because now they see that the fans mean business. We will tune all the way out if you keep doing this. We are done. We are done here, including Brie Larson, right? Brie Larson is like, I'm feeling a little disillusioned right now because of this online backlash. I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Yeah, because look, you're not off the hook either, Brie Larson. You were the main one out there insulting and disrespecting your fans. I didn't make this movie for 40-year-old white men. Well, you know what? Who do you think was the main audience for comic book and superhero films? Who do you think's the main audience for that? You know, it's the 40-year-old white guys that was, you know, when they were kids, they were buying comics. They were in the comic shop every week, picking up their favorite runs of this issue, that issue, whatever. They were out there doing that. They were the ones that put Marvel on the map. Do you think it was little girls? You thought there was little girls out there running around building Marvel up into what it became? Are you joking? They were out there doing their Barbie dolls and their Cabbage Patch Kids, all that kind of crap. See, that's the problem, folks. Marvel forgot where they came from. They forgot who their audience was. They forgot who they were supposed to be making content for. They thought they were going to pull some ideological nonsense and we'll just stuff that into a Marvel film. And since everybody likes Marvel, nobody will have any problem with it. Wrong. Okay? You messed up. And now, look, we're just waiting for November 12th. November 12th is going to be the day where we find out exactly what this film did in its opening weekend. Man, I cannot wait for that day. We are going to know what's up with that box office. You guys let me know what you think about this whole review embargo, them pulling a plug on that. I think, again, that's just the sign, obvious sign that things are just looking bad. Bad moon rising. Trouble on the way for the Marvels once again. But you guys let me know what you think. Jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.